Rare miss by Wade. Meanwhile, Turner walked on the reverse. Kept alive by Holiday. Turner gets inside and missed the layup.
I think Bosch may have gotten a hand on it. Well, that's why Erik Spoelstra loves this lineup with Bosch and Anthony at the 4 and the 5. There's so much shot blocking and length on it.
Bosch coming up short. Wade has scored 7 of Miami's last 8 points. Here is Young with the driving hook, and the Sixers are within 4.
Well, we just heard Dwayne Wade say it. Doug Collins' team is not going to quit. You see him on the sideline, everybody on the Sixers sideline up, trying to urge their team on.
Thaddeus Young 3 for 3 from the field in this fourth quarter, coming up on 3.5 minutes to play. Good job by Young, closing on Bosch. James for 3. Rebounded by Iguodala. The Sixers very much alive. Iguodala putting a crossover move, and that pass too strong, but played on the deflection by Turner. Now picked off by James, not able to handle. Holiday does, but we get a whistle and a foul. Bennett Salvatore with the call on Miami. It's on James Jones.
That's free throws. I mean, what a big play, because it was very nearly a steal.
Line during the season. Sixers have been struggling at the line. It is a 3-point game. Well, TNT this June, Fear the Skies, Face the Enemy, Fight for Survival. From TNT and DreamWorks Television, Falling Skies, the series premiere this June on TNT. So clutch free throws by Holiday, 6 unanswered by the Sixers. They're down by just 2 with 3 minutes 15 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. You're watching the NBA playoffs on TNT. He has missed its last 4 shot attempts. Only Wade has been able to score from the field over the last 7.5 minutes, and now the Heat clinging to a 2-point lead with 3 minutes to play in the fourth. James using the pick and fouled, a hard foul as Bren came over to cut off LeBron James.
And a smart play by Miami, because they got Joel Anthony involved in the pick and roll, which is exactly what you have to do, because if he's on the weak side, Philadelphia will not guard him. He's not a threat to score, but you put him in the pick, and it forces the rest of the Philly defense to react to that penetration, and a good hard foul by the Sixers.
James is 2 of 3 at the line. It was a combination of Brand and Young coming over to cut off James, and Young called for the foul. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists for James.
Well, Erik Spoelstra decided to leave Anthony in for defensive purposes. He could have gone back to Chalmers and to the small lineup, but Miami wants to make stops here to try to close this game out. So can Philly score against this tough Miami defense?
Iguodala, nice head fake. And hits! Beautiful fake by Andre Iguodala, who has had a magnificent night. 9 of 12 shooting, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Miami's lead is 2. Just under 2.5 to play in the fourth quarter.
Got to get Anthony involved in the pick and roll.
Wade's pass broken up and a foul.
See, that's the problem, Marv. When Anthony's not involved in the play, Philly's just going to load up the paint. And that was very fortunate for Miami, because that.
Now both teams are over the limit. Bosch is hit on 5 of 7 free throws.
And this is what everybody's been talking about all season long with Miami. You know, how do they close games? Now they're up right now. And the way they've won this season, I mean, they won 58 games. The way they've done it is with their defense, not so much with their offense. I mean, Wade and James, of course, capable of making spectacular plays, but it's defensively where they have closed out games this year.
There are all kinds of negative numbers concerning their closing out games or hitting last-second shots. They do have a 2 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Young again. Thaddeus Young has been on fire.
Young and Iguodala here in the last few minutes, bringing the production that has been lacking, particularly for Young in the last couple of games.
Miami has a full timeout and 2:20s. Philadelphia a full and 2:20s. Both clubs are over the foul limit. Shot clock. Here's Bosch heaving for three. So the ball back to the 76ers.
Great defense from the Sixers, playing with this small lineup, flying to the ball. Result, no openings for the Heat offense.
And as you mentioned earlier, the Sixers playing here tonight with house money. Here's Turner with a tie. Coming up on a minute remaining in the fourth quarter. Miami takes a timeout.
Boy, Philly had the one they wanted. They had Miami's defense scramble.
Chalmers has checked back in. Sixers over the foul limit. Wade makes the turn. Here is Wade with the runner. And a foul is called. Bosch was hammered. Wade thought he was fouled. It'll be Bosch going to the line. And a technical foul has been called on Dwayne Wade.
Wow.
For arguing with one of the officials claiming that he was fouled. Obviously, an inopportune time, particularly a veteran player like Dwayne Wade, to pick up a technical.
And he yelled at Steve Javie. And as a veteran player, he needs to know better. You don't mess with Javie. He's got a quick whistle on the tee. Here's the play. He wanted the foul here. Looked like good defense. Bosch gets the rebound and is going to the free throw line. But meanwhile, Wade from the ground had some words for Javie. And now the one-point game. So even if Bosch makes both, you got a one-possession ball game.
And Miami upset about calls they felt they should have received earlier on LeBron James on two occasions. Philadelphia with an 11-4 run to get back into it after trailing by as many as 10. Bosch to the line. He's hit 6 of 8, 81% during the season. The lead is down to 1. Outstanding game for Chris Bosch, 21 and 11.
This has been a really well-played game on both sides, particularly the Sixers, but Miami has done some things tonight that they can be proud of. I love the play that Eric Spoelstra just drew up. That dribble handoff action for Wade, getting him on the move. That led to these two free throws because of the offensive rebound for Bosch.
3-point Miami lead. Sixers have a full and 2:20s. Miami over the foul limit. Meeks back on the floor. Iguodala on the step back and hits. Andre Iguodala, 10 of 13, 22 points. It's a one-point game coming up on a half minute to play. And as we mentioned, Miami has had its difficulties in these type of circumstances. Young stepping out on Wade. Here is Chalmers. Chalmers for Anthony, and he is fouled, and he is, out of all the players on the floor for Miami, that's the...
And really, Flail, they're not going to get that flagrant call.
Well, Anthony calmly hits the first, so he is 3 for 3 at the line. Not a player spends much time at the free throw line, 64% during the season, so it's a 2-point lead, and this is a huge free throw with 16 and 8 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. And hits on both. Put it in play. Iguodala. And he's looking for the two. Wade not able to control the rebound, but a foul is called.
Great defensive play from LeBron James because Iguodala, who's been hot, was trying to get to the line on that quick two.
Wade had hit his first 4 at the line. 76ers still have the 2 20-second timeouts remaining with 9.3 to go. Collins telling his team, take the quick timeout so they can advance the ball. Well, Wade hits it, so now they take the timeout. Time against the Sixers. Iguodala inbounds. Here's Meeks firing for 3. Rebounded by Wade, and that will do it. Holmstrom comes together with Doug Collins. Doug and his staff doing a remarkable job with this team.
Fantastic, Marvin. I really feel there was so much growth in this series alone. Forget about the regular season. That was obvious, but in this series alone, they went from being overmatched in the beginning. Remember after game 2, Doug Collins said, we're not as good as this team. I think by the end of this game, they actually felt that they could win. And they grew up really before our eyes. And this is a team under Doug that has a bright future.
Superb effort by the 76ers.